You've got 3 cycles, Peter. Not 4, not 5, 3. Contact me when you've got the units.
And if we don't?
The device we installed will deactivate your ship, and you will all go to prison.
Gotcha. We won't let you down.
What the hell, Peter? You said you could get us out of this.
I did. 7,000 units is a small price.
7,000 units?
That is a tremendous sum.
Where are we gonna get that kind of money in 3 cycles?
By robbing a freaking bank, apparently.
Okay! So we got fined. So we have a Nova tracking thing on our ship that's gonna shut down our engines if we don't pay that fine in 3 cycles. At least we're not on a prisoner transport.
Not yet.
Come on, guys. You're Drax the Destroyer, man. You killed Thanos.
Allegedly.
Are you gonna let a little fine slow you down? And Gamora, you're practically an MI6 agent, but way hotter. And cooler. There's nothing you can't do.
Here it comes.
Rocky, you're an actual genius and the scrappiest dude I know. How many prisons did you break out of?
7.
You are Groot. Guys, we're supposed to be a team. All we need to do is figure out how broke we are and come up with a plan. So check your quarters. Check between the sofa cushions. Check under the crafting bench. If you find any spare units lying around, grab them. I'll do the same in my quarters.
All right.
This is why you don't sleep with cops, Quill. They put bombs on my ship.
My ship.
I am watching you, rodent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay, first off, I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch. Groot blew our stash on Contraxia, and the rest I gave to Quill and Gamora for the DAS quarantine zone access code.
A likely story.
Why don't you go bother someone else?
I intend to.
Guys, don't forget to close the fridge.
Sure thing, Mom Lord.
Open this door! I know you are in there, sentient tree! Do not think that I do not know what you are up to. Your rodent co-conspirator has clearly stashed his illicit units in there. I am watching you, tree.
Groot, you okay in there? Think you could open the door for a minute? Is that my toothbrush? Great. Now I need a new toothbrush.
Any units I uncover will go directly to you, but I am unsure the others will do the same.
So, you're taking the whole find the units thing pretty seriously.
It is a serious matter.
Yeah, I totally get it. We're all afraid of going back to prison.
I am not afraid of going back to prison.
Oh, good. Because I'm not either, mostly.
In the kiln, I was surrounded by criminals, murderers, and thieves. They taught me a harsh lesson. Assassins and bounty hunters cannot be trusted.
Okay. Wow. Don't you think maybe you're calling the kettle black?
I have not mentioned kitchenware.
It's an Earth thing. What I mean is, you're a convicted mass murderer. I used to be a pirate. We're not exactly upstanding citizens.
You and I honor our word. I cannot say the same for the others.
You could be wrong, Drax. You won't know until you give them a chance.
We will see.
Hey, Gamora.
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes, mostly I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar? With the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Humy butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better. So, Drax, did you bring out your stash of hidden units?
I do not hide my units in a stash, for I am not a rodent.
Neither am I.
You are rodent-like.
And you're annoying like.
That is not a valid taxonomic order.
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of death. Didn't take long to figure out I was better off not fighting it.
Okay. Then let's shoot this thing out the airlock. Have a little middle finger salute ceremony to the bastards who built it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to let go of that part of me yet. Maybe one day.
Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk. and a few bad memories.
How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What? A raccoon?
Or not a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of him, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line. That I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Ah, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, it's just a reminder.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real.
So, got any ideas to get those units together?
Do you have investments?
You think I look like an investment type of guy?
You are a risk taker.
Exactly. I don't sit behind no desk all day hoping for real estate fluctuations. I go out and I do stuff.
Perhaps we are somewhat alike.
Looks broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it. Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Okay.
I am Groot.
Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it, or something.
I am Groot.
That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it.
I am Groot.
You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I was feeling Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this.
I am Groot.
Man, those first few years, do you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you.
I am Groot.
Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost too, before Rocket and us.
I am Groot.
I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows, if this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow, or hack it, or I don't know.
I am Groot.
It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket!
What?
Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check!
Don't need to. Cheap scut like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
So you actually speak Groot, then?
You mean Talinisan? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding.
I am Groot.
You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation.
I am Groot.
They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learned to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am in Groot.
So there's hope for us yet.
I am Groot.
Glad we had this little chat.
I am Groot.
Awesome. Cool.
Groot! Are you done in there? Me and Musclehead could use some input.
I am Groot.
What do you mean a minute? You've been in there for ages.
I have noticed that the tree is very meticulous about grooming.
You don't say. He made me snip off the shoots on his back the other day.
I am Groot.
Nobody cares that they were poking out, you big dandy.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravagers space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base, but he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Chitauri have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in that snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill...
I know. We clearly need a plan.
And reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no
Set course
sacrifice.
for the Mach
I will
Star
sacrifice
system.
your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakaran.
Real mature.
Where we will seek to...
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend.
I am
Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, I think Groot's more convincing, in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I want you to know we're gonna bust you out of there right after, okay?
I am Groot.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Yep, no problem.
Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment! Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope. Okay.
Next time, I'm flying.
Are you sure the leafy one is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because your constant complaining does?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Aw, you're way too soft to be a monster, big girl. Yes, you are.
I am Groot.
No, we should not go. We got it. It's different.
I am Groot.
That's sweet, but we both know you ain't got money to buy no umbrella.
They say that Seknarf 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill. We accomplish nothing by lingering in the ship.
How about staying dry? That's an accomplishment.
Of course, it had to be raining. I hate wet.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof. Are we going? Because I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good. So, what's the deal with Captain Girlfriend anyway?
The Kree woman seems professional and disciplined. I do not see how she could copulate with Peter Quill.
With the war, it's probably...
They must have met during the worst of the war. The entire galaxy was a wreck. A lot of people got screwed.
Ha!
Ew! Ouch! Ugh. Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord! We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I faced more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
At least we'll have time to think about our sales pitch.
How are we to convince a beast collector to purchase a tree?
So what the Nowhere Collector wants you back? He don't speak for all collectors.
If Tivon wants him, that's actually a good selling point.
No one's selling Groot.
He's a rare specimen, Rocket, and he'll be fine.
Okay, guys, if we just keep our footing, it'll be a straight shot across.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Agreed. We must face Lady Hellbender's rage head-on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value.
The underlying value of getting killed?
Of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and dishonor. Your reputation is why she tests us. Blow your worst, monstrous queen!
You know she can't control the weather, right?
Can we refocus here? We're here to trick some lady, not kill each other.
She's not just some lady. Lady Hellbender's a known warrior.
And a queen!
And stinking rich.
Exactly. She's a stinking rich warrior queen businesswoman, and she won't be able to resist a good deal. Same as us.
Perhaps some of us.
If Lady Eight is so powerful, why does she live on this scuttball?
Seknarf 9 is her ancestral home. A concept you are clearly unfamiliar with, Abomination.
Where you're from ain't what matters, meathead.
It matters to Lady Hellbender.
That was way too close!
Well played, Lady Hellbender!
So we're still doing this?
Yes!
Guys! Focus! Keep an eye out on those big blue ones and take cover when they hit. Or we'll get blown right off!
Good advice! Okay, this might be more dangerous than I thought.
I thought you lived for danger!
Yeah, keyword live!
If any of you die, I'm going back to the ship!
Whoa!
I ever mentioned how much I hate you, lads?
Yes!
Anytime!
Not again!
Who says I should hide under him?
There's a terrible suggestion!
Just keep moving!
It's like she's trying to hit us! You sure you never dated this woman?
Pretty sure!
This me, or is the storm actually getting worse?
Lady Hellbender is angry this day!
She doesn't
Ah! Not again!
The game continues, Lady Hellbender!
Ah! Are you serious?
Don't give up now, Peter!
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4.
Hey, check out the old resistance ship. Thing's been shot to hell.
No doubt by this one and her Chitauri friends.
We weren't friends.
Guys.
I am Groot.
Not sure. But it ain't moving now.
I would be wary, Rodin.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little... What?
It's not alone. Get ready! I was getting bored anyway.
I must reluctantly agree. Perhaps it's just sent by Lady Hellbender.
I think
Rush
she's got
him,
better
Tex.
things to do.
Blow the way, Rock! Yes, this is the local fauna!
Won't be the last thing that tries to kill us.
Show us the muscle!
Death has come!
Keep moving around.
Not when they're dead, they don't!
Knock them off, bud!
Try to stab me, will ya?
Your reflexes are commendable, Rodin.
Send it their way, Drax!
Oh yeah? Oh yeah! We got another batch of angry things!
Stay away from its sharp edges!
Cross them around!
Die!
We've got bigger problems right now!
No matter what I cut off, it comes back.
Smash it inside! So that's what a monster around here looks like?
We are outside Lady Hellbender's sanctuary. Creatures here are not her pets.
You sort of do look like food.
We're gonna be food if we don't climb out of here.
Where the flark is she going?
There's a trail going through the jungle! Having fun?
Didn't think I'd ever be shooting at a resistance ship. Drax, you could pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodents would have shot it by now.
He makes an excellent point.
Now they continue ripping it apart.
No. I think we're good.
Great. We made it halfway up. Now what?
Maybe if we could lower that wing somehow.
I'm going to scout ahead! Try not to kill yourselves on the way up!
There!
All right, Rocket. That wing control panel's all yours. I hope it still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it.
What the flark?
That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
That don't sound like no lady either.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
Yay!
Let me guess. Some kind of monster thing.
Good guess. Well done.
Any chance it doesn't know we're here?
Nope. Only question is, which one of us it'll jump first?
It's probably not gonna jump us.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, mysterious.
Found something, Quill?
Yeah, some kind of cave. Maybe it's got hidden treasure.
Or hidden bodies.
Please don't let there be a space baron here. And hello, mystery goo. Ready. Monster eggs. Yay. Okay, so note to self. If it looks like a monster cave and smells like a monster cave, and you're on a monster planet... Wow! Look! Guess this is what I get! Yeah! I think you're getting closer! Stay still! Just some jelly dudes, I took care of it.
What, Scott? I knew I should have come down earlier.
Wait, so where are you?
Cave with eggs. Where are you?
Still checking things out. This place is bigger than I thought. Nice! Hidden passage!
Everything okay in there?
Are you dead, Peter Quill, or merely severely wounded?
Stop worrying!
I ain't far, Quill! Scream really loud if you find another blob creature!
You know I will!
Hey, listen, while it's just the two of us.
What's up?
You're busy, exploring. Just meet me in the main cave when you're done looking around.
All right. You think Drax and Gamora have killed each other by now?
The real question is who'd come out on top.
And?
Always bet on the bigger gun. And Drax is a walking bigger gun.
Oh, rookie mistake, man. Speed over strength, always. Besides, Gamora scares me.
No argument there. Done exploring, Quill? Cause, I really need to talk to you. There's something, personal I need to get off my chest. It's the kind of thing you don't want people, well, you know, right?
What's going on?
Look, I'm not sure about this whole selling Groot thing.
Rocky, we've been over this. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, but what if it's not? What if something bad happens? Groot's the only real family I got. He's the only one who's accepted me for me. You don't know what he's been through. The way he's been treated. Like some kind of thing to be studied and kept in a cage.
Groot offered to do this.
And if Gamora offers to tell a joke, you just gonna assume it's funny?
Not sure I get where...
I'm saying Groot ain't built for scheming. He ain't no monster.
We don't know that.
It's obvious.
Maybe to you, but 3 out of 5 of us think he's monster enough. So give him a chance. He knows what he's doing.
Fine. Have it your way.
Come on. The sooner we get the Lady Hellbender, the sooner we can focus on paying that stupid fine.
We're fine. You worry too much.
Still no sign of whatever made those claw marks?
No, just some jelly dudes.
Then it must be out on the hunt. You sure you want to get lost out here?
Relax. I'm just looking around.
Further proof that we are not welcome here.
If we turn back every time we ain't wanted, we never go anywhere.
Good point.
Can you get us through here, Gamora?
Whatever it takes to find Hellbender.
Her name is Lady Hellbender.
Yeah, Gamora.
If we want an audience with her, we'll have to start showing some respect.
This from the guy who calls me Harlot Spawn of Thanos.
An accurate description. We all know which Harlot Spawn it refers to.
What about her sister Nebula?
I forgot about the blue Harlot Spawn.
Gamora's actually adopted, so not even that accurate.
Yeah. Also, not a harlot.
Right. That too.
We'll need to find a way out of this jungle.
Why? It's dry down here.
Wouldn't you rather be wet than lost?
Not particularly.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Seriously? Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
Was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Yeah, I bet you are.
What's the weirdest monster you guys have seen?
I once saw a brood-transformed Regalian wearing a Clintar parasite.
You could fit a lot of teeth into a head that big.
You have no idea.
The depressions are deep. This thing has got to weigh more than all of us put together.
Even with Groot?
Okay, maybe excluding Groot.
dead end. That's just great.
Wait, is that Chitauri tech over there?
Ask the Chitauri.
No, it is. It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do do not have time to dawdle in this jungle. I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face! Put me down!
We're not throwing rocket.
Very well.
You sons of flarking dogs!
How will we cross?
Don't face
Look around, we'll find another way.
What's Chitauri tech doing on a backwater mudball like this?
Shooting your way out of every problem again, Peter?
Trying to.
Statues are of the monsters on this planet?
They're made of rock.
Thanks, genius. I mean, maybe this is why Hellbender's so hot for monsters. Just another religious nut.
He is not a nut of any kind.
There has to be something we can use. Maybe a tall tree? Taller than Groot.
Wow, it is dark in here.
If you bump into any monsters, let us know.
Monster Planet. Right. Hey, my shooting's not aimless. Everything I do is with purpose and, you know, heroism. Hey, I found more ruins down here.
Ah, perhaps we could fashion a catapult.
We're not throwing rocket. Maybe there's something else here. Drax, think you can topple this?
Indeed. I may have angered them.
Them?
We're being hunted.
Right. That's just right.
All right. Let's try not to fall.
That's your pep talk? Great place to leave a sculpture.
Wait, hear that?
Brace up, people.
Incoming!
I may not know exactly what these bits are, but I know they're about to be dead!
Deadliest woman in
Final kill goes to defy these beasts straight to Lady Hellbender!
I ain't riding something that wants to eat me!
Oh, you rocket!
Anyone else notice this place is like a graveyard?
Focus on not becoming part of one. Drax, so close!
No, you don't let them grab me! I'm starting to miss those jelly things!
I'm sure you'll see them again.
Blitz and rocket!
I will face all of Lady Hellbender's beasts!
Get it out of your system before we get there!
This one is primed for punishment!
Keep the herd coming! You don't stand a chance! Watch the stingers!
Do not watch! Destroy!
So glad you walked all this way away, Quill! Your tone does not imply gratitude.
Enough of these inferior creatures. I yearn for monsters.
Yeah, I'm feeling all turned around as well. Where the flark are we?
Just look around. There must be a path here somewhere.
Why are we so sure this is the way?
The statues here didn't walk into place. They were carried.
Carried. By whom? For what purpose?
I thought you were supposed to be the Lady Hellbender expert.
There was nothing in the pamphlet about statues.
All right, Gamora. Pretty sure it's this way.
50 units of today.
He doesn't have 50 units.
No way are we almost there. Still got like half a planet to walk across.
Lady Hellbender could cross this jungle in 7 strides.
Sure she could.
Or she would have flown over the mountains.
Oh, she flies now.
She possesses flying creatures.
Where do you even get this stuff?
I heard she shoots lasers out of her eyes.
Now we're talking.
I have not heard that one.
I heard there are actually 9 of her. That's why they call it Seknarf 9.
Ha! That is preposterous.
That one's preposterous.
Gamora, mind cutting us a path?
They say that Lady Hellbender feels it every time you cut a piece of her jungle.
An old Nova bomber. I haven't seen one of these since the war. I remember it used to take a dozen ships to bring one down.
Dozen ships. Or 1 Chitauri infiltrator.
I'll take that one as a compliment.
Still no sign of the fortress?
No. Are we even sure this is the right way?
Yes.
Now what's the holdup?
Fear.
No. Just thinking someone else should cross the death pit first. Me and Groot are the merchandise.
Only one of you is the merchandise.
Plan A, and
Just go.
no, you just
Someone go!
Don't leaders usually cross first?
Not if it's dangerous. Because I need to cover everyone.
Right.
See, it's fine. Perfectly safe.
Fine.
Do not even think of pushing the assassin.
There are so many better ways to kill someone.
Easy does it.
Groot says there's something down there.
Monster!
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
It's unstable either way. Just move!
Yup, definitely saw the guy catch
Nice catch.
You're welcome. Don't get used to it.
Peter Quill! We are not alone here!
I got it.
Guys, anyone know what that is?
A monster!
One, two, tail means business!
Well, my business is moving!
Gamora, slice him up!
Feel this?
Feed the very creatures you train!
Real circle of white stuff there, Drax!
Watch out for the icicle tail!
Round and progress!
Stop, squid cattle!
Cowardly beast! Finish the battle!
Aw, Stumpy's running away.
That its tail between its legs. I say we go after it. Finish the job.
Anyone ever tell you you're scary?
Yes.
I mean, there's obviously a way out up there, which is exactly what we need. Plus, it'll give us eyes on where we need to go.
It is settled. Let's scale this down contraption.
Yeah, okay. How do we do that?
Good question.
guess this thing has been picked clean for salvage.
This planet is no place to carry.
He's got a point. Hard enough to land here, let alone scour the surface for scrap.
Perhaps your magical mask can relieve us of this senseless searching, Peter Quill.
Will you stop calling it that? Huh. Looks like there's one of those vintage workbench things back here.
Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe someone was trying to fix up the old bomber.
Okay, Rocky, let's see if this thing still works.
Yeah, all right. Just better not get jumped by any monsters.
One tick. Done. And it's done.
So, where are we?
Waiting for you so that we can scale this contraption.
Ah, right.
What do you think made this place worth fighting over?
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe the ships we've seen just got taken down by the storms.
You think this place was like a secret base?
Could be. Middle of nowhere, inhospitable surface, storms provide cover from detection. Maybe refugees fled here.
I think I'd rather have been in the war. Starting to wonder if I should be the one with a fancy visor.
I wouldn't trust a thing you said.
We agree for once. I too would prefer Peter Quill's incompetence to the rodent's lies.
Gamora, how high up this thing can you climb?
Let's find out!
Are you relishing this moment, assassin?
What moment?
Visiting the grave of your enemies.
Nova Corps weren't my enemies, Drax. They were my father's enemies.
See anything useful up there?
I got eyes on this gunked up reactor. A couple of shots should bring it down. All right, pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It is neither a baby nor a ticket. It is a reactor.
Drax, moving that thing around ain't a problem, right?
It is not. Just like the mighty Lady Hellbender, I am exceptionally muscular.
We got it, Drax.
It'll look real good right here.
This unit is tremendously heavy.
I thought you were exceptionally muscular.
Yes! That is why I can easily carry this great weight.
Do you even know where to put it?
I have merely followed our leader's directions. I see. I see.
Don't take too long. We got a castle to get to.
I wonder if I can get down there.
Peter! Try jumping!
Here goes nothing. Woo! That was fun!
Did he perish?
Hey, Quill, you dead?
No! Wow! I'm alive!
Are you in need of assistance, Peter Quill?
It's all right. I'll figure it out.
Hey, you think he's stuck?
Perhaps.
Oh, come on. Hey, Gamora, could you pull me over? What if you wedge your sword in the crack? Ooh, right here. Wedge it in.
All right. Is this good?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Any sign of the giant thing in the ravine?
Oh, yeah. We made a deal. He can eat fruit first. Just messing with you, bud.
Can we get to the top of the ship now?
Drax, this one's all you.
Are we sure we want to go back up? I'm getting used to not being completely soaked.
Perhaps the storm will have abated.
At the rate we're moving?
What next, Peter Quill?
Can you get up there now?
Should only take a second. This brings back memories!
Impressive.
See? That was easy. Great teamwork, everyone. I helped in spirit.
All right. Slippery wind-pummeled treetops, here we come.
You know, I really admire our team's commitment to safety.
We are not committed to safety. One thing is clear. We would never have accomplish this task without the assassin.
Did Drax just praise Gamora?
I am giving credit where credit is due.
Took you long enough. We all know Gamora's super cool and super valuable.
And she has not yet tried to kill us.
How come you never give me credit for anything?
Like he said, he gives credit where credit is due.
Man, never realized Seknarf was such a hot spot for the war.
Everywhere was a hot spot for the war. Everywhere was a hot spot for the war.
Okay, yeah, but still seems like a pretty random swamp hole to be fighting over. Got no strategic importance whatsoever.
Sometimes you fight for something, sometimes you just happen to fight above it.
There it is! Lady Hellbender's fortress!
It's gotten bigger, that for sure.
Ha! It is not getting bigger. We are getting closer.
Thanks, Drax.
What's Captain distracted up to now? If he calls us over, I'm done. Whoa, 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 guys! There's this totally sweet pile of crap on the ground. So interesting. Let's all stick our fingers in it.
I can hear you downwind.
Looks like there's a way down here.
Quill, you gotta see this ship.
Behold Lady Hellbender's wrath. Even the Chitauri feared her.
They didn't fear many back then.
Okay, here we go! Oh, slimy. Guys? You might want to wait to come down here.
Oh, why the Flarkus is so deep?
In a jam, boys?
You think?
Son of a schmack, reach!
Sword will not work, woman. Find us a rope.
Yeah, and fast.
Where am I supposed to find a rope?
I don't know, I'm sinking in jelly here.
Quill, do something!
Like what?
Quill!
What did you just do?
Sorcery.
So cold. Rocket! Somebody get him out of there!
Mind telling us what happened?
I don't know. My blast is I've only done that once before when I was a kid. I don't do it on purpose.
Classic Spartoid tech. Just when you think you've seen it all, you pull scut like this. Hey, just come, dude. Just
Leave the guns alone!
Quill, I just want to see how they tick. Otherwise, it might as well be magic.
Or sorcery.
Guys,
DNA coding, some kind of morphine nanomatter.
Or sorcery.
here we go again.
Instant ice cube! That's fun!
I'm so happy for you and your guns, Quill.
Just what we needed! Species of these things!
Think they're born in that slime puddle?
Take heed!
Huddle up!
We're killing it out there, Quill!
You see the look on their faces when they see me rays rain down from on high?
Or the ones they make when they realize Groot's got him tied up in a bow.
I know! Never thought I'd say this, but fighting with you guys is fun!
Okay, yes. I get that it's all bubbly and sparkly out there. We're blasting shots at them and it's so much fun. But if we lose our focus, if we can't let go of these crazy thoughts spinning us upside down, we're done. Who's with me?
Today, I am the destroyer!
Let's...
Bust out the smart bombs!
Quill! Slide speeding up!
Cut to the chase!
Crackle cracks!
With pleasure!
We're dead! Those orange ones get too close!
It is they who shall die! Spikes are incoming!
Rock and roll, Rocket! These things are like hospital food!
I like the ones that go boom!
We're close, but we're gonna need to get up there.
I'm thinking we can climb up and over.
Ding, ding, ding! Give that man a gold star!
Let's figure out how to make it climbable.
Stars are made of hydrogen, not gold. Be a planetoid.
Drax, think you can drag this cannon out?
I will try. It is more stubborn than expected.
I did it!
Impressive.
Now we got Rocket. I need you to squeeze inside that little hole and try to knock the gun loose from the inside.
Hello? Chitauri ship full of booby traps and death mechanisms?
But you love both those things.
You're right, I do. And I always wanted to see the inside of one of these bug bombers. Fine. Oh, what reeks in here? That... Oh, Scott.
You okay in there, Rocket?
I found the crew. I guess not even the worms want to eat dead Chitauri meat.
Rocket.
Relax. Just gonna reroute the little bit of remaining power to the cannon and... nothing. You know what? Clark it! I'm blowing it up!
What? Hang on! Think about all the booby traps and...
Look at it go! He must have jump-started the thing.
Rocket, you okay?
Yeah! And dry now, too!
Gamora, can you clear us a path through that junk?
Sure.
Yes, Peter Quill. Onward to the palace of the great giantess.
Oh, so she's a giantess now.
It is said that Lady Hellbender stands 50 heads tall.
Doesn't tell you much. Depends whose head. Ever met a regalian?
Yes, their heads are ridiculous.
Tentacle.
Careful. It might be playing dead.
Oh, man. Another murder tentacle.
Careful. It might be playing dead. That is not a happy monster.
Well, at least it left.
Back to its broodmother, Lady Hellbender.
Oh.
Yeah, I doubt it, Drac. Come on. Why is the bridge always on the wrong side?
This time I insist we hurl the foul beast.
And I insist we push muscles over the side of the cliff.
To what end?
Yours! You are dead! Dead! No.
How many times do I have to say it? We're not throwing Rocket.
Ridiculous. You were holding us back to spare the beast's feelings. When has he done the same for us?
Put him down.
Must be a lesson to learn.
Oh, I'll show you what a lesson looks like!
Knock it off, guys! We're supposed to be professionals. We're better than this.
I'm not.
Letting a measly Chitauri installation stop our progress is unprofessional.
Then stop wasting time arguing. We'll find another way across. Guys, I've got something here. It's deep. This looks promising.
There's little room to maneuver if something should attack.
We're not gonna be here long.
Anybody see a way through?
We'll make one if we have to.
Oh, anybody else smell that? It really stinks back here.
Yes, it smells putrid. Ugh.
Where is it coming from?
Oh, what the flark? Oh, not talking. Not even breathing.
Yep. Definitely something gross behind here. Drax, can you chuck that through the stink wall?
I fear I will regret this. That is disturbingly fragrant. After you.
Oh, I'll take that time crew threw up.
I am clenching every orifice right now.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Hello? Anybody? Whoa! Okay, that got my blood pumping.
Why would Lady Hellbender cage this creature?
Because it's annoying as scut.
Perhaps it is food.
That thing's food?
Yes, monster food.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Peter,
Why would it taste like that?
we can use this.
You know, we really
Monster
gotta
food.
work on your taste
The
buds.
cage.
You get it?
We need the cage.
Taste
We go into
buds.
that fortress with our monster peacefully walking beside us. We'll be laughed right out of the room.
Any bites?
Why are you
You're
whispering?
petting it? Root, don't pet the tentacle thing.
Gamorn thinks we can sell our monster act better if we have a
Because
proper
it's covered in
cage.
teeth is why.
Only problem is there's a
Stop
pissed
looking
off
at me that
monster
way.
inside.
That thing's got bigger
Release
ones
the
than
beast.
mine.
Let me dispose of it.
Because that worked so well for you last time.
We need a better plan of attack.
Yes. Ideally, one that guarantees my safety as leader.
Stumpy's back!
You're up, big guy! Think they're trying to get your cage back? Smoke the target!
Perhaps there's something.
Feels like my glass is bouncing right off his back!
Its outer shell does
Throw
not
that
extend
Drax!
to its undercarriage. I got squid juice on my crab! We'll save you once we return to the ship.
Smash him up, Drax!
With fervor! Now they seek to claim our bandages.
This blackguard's sucking up all my shots!
Oh, come to me, beast!
You are coming with me.
We better hurry.
First rain, then jelly, then slimy, stinky crawl spaces, and now all these monsters. I hate this flarking planet!
You hate everything, Rocket.
True, but especially the stinky slime tunnel part. Itchy fur is where I draw the line.
We do smell exceptionally foul.
Yeah, way worse than usual. I swear, Quill, that's the last time I follow you through rock poop.
Hey, I just went through the same crap you did, and I smell amazing.
Ah, sure you do.
It's my sexy hero, Musk.
Groot says we should check things out over here.
Group, give me a bridge here. The fortress is right on the other side of those cliffs.
Pretty sure it's this way, but I don't see an easy way to get up there.
Easy is rarely worth the effort.
For you, maybe. I love easy. So, when are the rest of us gonna get jet
Deep freeze.
Whoa! Can I try ice cubing something?
Nope.
Man, you're such a gas lap.
So if we're gonna haggle with the Monster Queen, how much are we asking for our monster?
What do you mean, don't be greedy? We're running a business here.
We need to make a profit this time.
Hey, Quill, better not forget what we talked about earlier. It's nothing.
Don't worry, Rocket.
So, what do we do if all don't go well with Lady 8? We're gonna fight a Monster Queen?
She would be a formidable adversary indeed.
Lady Hellbender isn't her adversary. If all goes well, she's gonna be our business partner.
It's gonna go fine, right, Groot?
Yeah, you being Groot is exactly the problem.
Take it down, Gamora.
So who's next in line for the throne if Lady Hellbender has an accident?
Perhaps she is immortal.
Nobody's immortal, not even death herself.
Can't believe you just said that with a straight face.
Whoa, that is definitely in my top 10 fortresses.
You said that quarantine zone monster was supposed to be rare.
She already has a whole herd of them?
So we wasted our time. Almost got killed for nothing.
And got arrested. That was fun.
It was moderately amusing.
Now we've got a ticking time bomb on the ship, and we owe money to the cops. All because of one lousy source.
We just can't catch a break. There's always some stupid blah monster or angry space cops or a random ship explosion kicking us in the teeth.
And the weather always sucks.
It does. I'm wet and hungry and angry, but damn it, I'm not about to lose this deal after everything we've been through. So I'm gonna march into that ridiculously awesome palace and try to sell the crap out of one of my valued team members. Because I think we've all earned that chance.
I am eager to behold the Monster Queen.
Let's just get this done. You can't be serious.
Okay. It's farther than it looked. Much farther.
It's a Flarkin infinity bridge is what it is.
Ah, you're being dramatic, Rodent. Bridge ends at the fortress, therefore it is not infinite.
Yeah, that's super comforting. Guess we gotta go. 3 cycles.
Peter?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
Groot, you ready to squeeze in?
Peter Quill, there's still time to reconsider. The tree creature is not very monstrous.
Drax, we're doing this just like we planned on the Milano.
You're being stubborn. Clearly the rodent is
I
the
am
one
not being stubborn, I just refuse to change my mind. Because it's the right decision.
Hey, lovebirds, let's go. Bridge ain't gonna cross itself.
I hope Lady Hellbender is as gullible as you expect she is.
You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style if I got it.
Drat. Gamora, can you help me with this? What? Why?
To guarantee your safety as our leader.
Ah, come on.
Don't look at me. I ain't pulling that thing. Remember, buddy, menacing! Like me, only bigger.
I am Groot.
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay, here we go. Whoa! Okay, whoa. A little bit close.
Easy, big guy. Don't know what you heard, but we just want to bring you back a new friend. I know it can't understand me, but maybe it responds good to soothing tones.
Does anybody have like a campfire song or something we can sing to kill the time? Ooh, I know one. It's called...
Please stop.
Right, yeah. Okay. Wait, is Please Stop the name of your song?
No.
Okay. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
We are 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
There is only one way to know for sure. 0.1 clicks. 0.2 clicks.
0.9, 2.1,
0.3 clicks.
4.5.
0.4 clicks. 0.5 clicks. 0.6 clicks.
For the love of Mark, stop counting clicks.
We could enumerate all the ways in which our class like fair.
Quietly. Boy, what are you gonna hear me? Hey, Star-Lord. The guy with the scary eyes. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat that whole cake myself.
"13 whole years. Look at you. Where does time go?"
I'll be up in a sec, I promise.
Right.
Be warm enough to spend the night in the yard soon. I love falling asleep looking at the stars, wondering what might be out there. Mom says Grandpa used to play this a lot when she was a kid, but it's been busted ever since I can remember.
If push comes to shove, we'll bring hell down from above. Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give a damn. This is our time to go from zero to hero.
Andy says you can get a brain parasite if you share a toothbrush. Imagine that. Something growing inside of you, slowly taking over.
Gypsy woman said, she said, boy, your time grows near. You can't run forever, gotta stand and face your fear. If push comes to shove,
This is so cool.
we'll bring hell down from above. Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go?
Well, look who decided to finally come up.
Where's my cake?
I warned you.
No, you didn't.
I am so full.
Mom.
Oh. Okay, sit your butt down, Slowpoke. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing.
I liked your singing.
Well, you might be the only one. Go on, make a wish. You're officially a teenager.
I think you got them all, and I got a healthy dose of your spit. What did you wish for?
Why would I wish for anything? I've got everything I want.
Oh, what huge favor are you about to ask me?
Just $10. Dan, Andy, and I want to go see Night of the Cosmos at the Rio tonight.
A movie? Tonight?
Come on. It's gonna be sick. It's about these zombies that invade Earth, and then it's up to these kids that have to blow them away.
I don't think I want you to see that, Peter. I let you watch the hockey mask one, and you were sleeping in my bed the next 3 nights.
That was ages ago. And this one isn't even that bad. It's PG-13. And I'm 13.
Exactly. PG-13 may contain violence and nudity.
Mild nudity, like butts and stuff.
You're not helping your case. No, I wanted us to have some us time tonight, you know? Maybe finish our game. You can't duck out right when I'm about to win.
We can still do all that stuff. Or some of it. Tomorrow. You're always telling me to get out of the house more.
A movie theater does not count as out of the house, and you know it.
Pretty please?
I don't know. Truck's still in the shop, and I don't want you walking alone in the dark. There's been a lot of weirdos out there. It's not safe.
I'll be careful, Ma. I always am.
Were you careful when you got that black eye?
I told you
I
was...
know! You were standing up for someone, which is a good thing. But you cannot go punching your way out of every problem, Peter.
I couldn't just stand there.
No. Of course not. Okay, get me my purse. Not so fast. Before you go, there's something I want to talk to you about, something I want to give you.
$20?
Don't push it. Think of it as a long overdue gift from your father. It's upstairs on my bed. Go on and get it while I finish up in the kitchen. And we can open it together. Don't you dare touch that dial.
The cake looks super professional. You sure you didn't buy it?
Save the flattery, Peter. Leave that alone. I love it. And look, it even has your little handprint on it. Promise me you'll be safe tonight, Peter.
Boring.
How are you getting to the movie?
Andy said his older brother would give us a ride.
Make sure he brings you back, too.
Shoot! Mom told me to put the laundry away 2 days ago. I'll do it first thing in the morning. Scout's honor. Gotta remember to give this to Andy later. You know, he was a pretty good sport about not putting the Star-Lord patch on his jacket, too. We'd have looked like complete dorks if we both had it. My pants didn't do much better than my eye in that fight.
You know, I was talking to Janie's mom the other day.
Here we go.
She's a lovely girl, Peter.
She listens to disco, Mom. Hand still stings from catching Mom's fastball. Wonder if she got me a new glove for my birthday. Hey, Kubrick, buddy. No matter how long you wait here for Grandma and Grandpa, they're not coming back. Sorry.
Will Dan and Andy be spending the night? You can all help me with the yard work in the morning.
I knew there had to be a catch.
Mom's pretty close to winning this game. Little guy put up a big fight. Wouldn't have been able to land him without Grandpa's tricks. I miss him so much. Grandma used to take me into town on Sundays to run errands. We'd stop for ice cream on the way home. Even in winter. Man, am I glad I finally got my hair the way I like it. Sometimes Grandma and Grandpa would let me sleep with them if I was too afraid down in the basement. I don't know much about art, but I know that this is excellent. Grandma really had talent. Sky's clear. Wonder if Mom will spend the night stargazing since I'm heading to the movie. Sure, it'd be nice to believe there are other worlds out there, but what are the odds? Pretty slim, I bet. Dan says every UFO sighting is really a weather balloon or a bright star. But there's so many of them. Couldn't a few be real? Gonna have to get Mom to show me how to shoot. Grandpa was supposed to this summer. Meredith Quill. Perfect game. Not bad. I know it sounds crazy, but Mom's convinced my dad was an alien. She really believes it. Could she be right?